before we start this, what's an antonym? Like the opposite of a synonym?
What's an antonym?
Yeah. The opposite
So like
of a synonym. Synonym.
a synonym or an antonym is so like something that means the opposite of another word. So like that.
So it has multiple meaning, or it has multiple answers.
Yes, sort of. But if you're referring back to the video that we just did, there was a specific answer I was looking for, but you're not wrong. There could have you could have said calm.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like the question that I asked for people who don't watch my videos, which fuck you if you don't, was what is the antonym for wild? And the answer was tame. But calm would have also been correct if you had said that, which you didn't.
I just wasn't 100% sure, and I didn't want to say something and look so dumb.
No, yeah, you were right, bro. The opposite of a synonym. That's all it is. But,
I knew that.
Welcome.
Kyrie, these are big free throws.
Oh yeah, we got the Mavericks game going on in the back. Welcome to episode 10 of The Box. We made it to 10, bro. We did. I'm really proud of that.
Round of applause real quick. We have to.
Yeah, we can. We can do that.
Just
sure to do it into the mic for some ASMR.
Wow.
So we do have, similar to the last episode, we're continuing our series of ranking albums per decade.
20
decades that we've lived through.
Yeah, but this time it's 2010 to 2019.
Correct. So the 2010s era.
Yeah.
And this one I was actually really excited for when I came up with this idea, because this is the era that I grew up in. This is the era that I lived through. This is what I know.
There's so many different albums.
There is a lot, yeah. So we actually added an honorable mention for this because this was difficult. But
have to do that.
It was difficult for a different reason too, because the last one was difficult because I was barely alive for any of those albums. This one's difficult because I was alive for all of them, bro.
I feel like the last one was a little bit easier for me, just because there's so many albums to pick from. You know what I mean?
Well, there was for the last one too, but the reason it was difficult for me is because I wasn't there, so I didn't want to say something that would upset someone who was there. Yeah. But I kind of realized after a while that anyone who watches this probably wasn't there.
Looking back on your list, though, how do you feel?
I still feel good about it. It's my list.
I feel really good about mine.
Yeah, my list is my list.
I just had to look back at it,
Yeah, but let's get into it, bro. Let's start with your first one. I want to start with you.
Me?
Yeah, bro. It's your first one. Your best one.
Well, it's not ranked.
Yeah, I know.
So it's definitely not. Well, I wouldn't consider it my best one, but it's definitely should be up here. I feel like.
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar.
Which one?
Good Kid, Mad City.
Okay, I gotta have that as well. That's not the first one I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
So I'll start next. But Good Kid, Mad City is on my list because that's one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time.
And like classic songs, Poetic Justice.
So many.
Don't Kill My Vibe.
Mad City. Even Good Kid's really good. Backseat Freestyle. Money Trees, bro.
I was just talking about the popular ones that everyone.
All of those are popular.
Yeah, true.
Anyone knows like any of those songs.
Yeah.
That's just an amazing album.
Big facts. Number one for you.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West.
I don't have any Kanye on here.
This is the only Kanye one I have.
Oh, okay.
But that's, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, just my opinion, that's the best hip hop album ever.
Ever?
Yeah, in my opinion.
Damn.
Just because it's so...
Oh, wait, do we want to start with our honorable mention?
No. We'll go to that after.
Okay.
It's a little too late.
Yeah.
So...
Cool.
Let's go to that after.
All right. Second for me, I have Drake. Nothing Was the Same.
It's a really good pick, bro.
Yeah.
It's a really, really good pick.
Very classic. Hits after hits after hits.
Yeah.
One of Drake's best albums, I would say.
You know what's funny is I don't have that on my list.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Which is... It's not an insult to Drake because I do have Drake on my list.
Just not that one.
Just not that one.
Okay.
I think his best album is If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. So
I was debating that one.
That's the one I have. And that's my favorite Drake album. I want to own that physical copy, vinyl. That's just an amazing album.
That one's classic for me, bro. I remember listening
both of those albums are classic.
Like going to school every day, just bumping
the hell out of that shit.
Drake.
Yeah. Drake is the greatest artist of this generation, bro.
He's crazy.
Yeah. And it took a while for me to come to that decision.
Honestly, I don't understand how people say they don't understand Drake. They don't like Drake.
you can't. There's not. They're lying because there's.
That's what I'm saying.
There's not a single song. Like you can't say that there's not a single song that Drake has made, given the fact that he's been so versatile throughout his entire career. Man made a whole house album.
He's crazy.
Like, give him. Yeah, you got to give Drake his props. There's at least one song you can fuck with.
Yeah.
Even like the what's that one from like a. I'm more than just an option. Hey, 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 bro, that shit's fire as fuck. That's
like
off
of views. Or
that's
something.
some pop music too.
Yeah,
like, bro is goated, and he's been. This is longevity.
He's crazy.
He's been goated.
For sure.
So yeah, that's my. What's your third? If you're reading this, it's too late. It's mine. Just to reiterate.
Your third? That was your third?
Yeah.
What was your second?
It was Good Kid, Mad City. We already.
Oh, okay.
I already said
okay,
that.
Okay. Third, I have another really classic one for me that I remember to just bumping every single day.
Okay.
Migos Culture.
Oh fuck, bro! Shit.
I have to put that on there.
That's
Literally
insane.
Crazy album.
That slipped my mind entirely when I made my list.
Crazy album.
Which is crazy because I still think that maybe my list it wouldn't make it, but
it wouldn't make your list.
I was never a huge Migos fan.
Damn, I was only a huge fan on this first album, and then I was really pumped for their second album, and then it kind of missed for me,
it was mid.
and then I was kind of just
that's kind of the same thing that happened to me. I thought Culture was great when it
Culture
especially
was one of my favorite albums like growing up for sure.
It's aged amazing too. I went and listened to it
So
recently. R.I.P. Takeoff. It was when Takeoff died. I went and listened to Culture, and there's not a single song on there that's a skip. So that definitely was something that slipped my mind, and I don't know if it would have made my list. It definitely slipped my mind for the honorable mention, and I think if I had remembered it, that's what would have been my honorable mention. But I'm not changing my list now. It's too late.
Obviously.
That was your third, right?
That was my third.
Okay, what's your fourth?
Going back to back?
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi, Die Lit. Have to.
Damn, bro.
Have to.
Damn, bro. This is
Die Lit? Come on, bro.
Yeah. No.
That's his best album.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I'm a whole lot of red guy. And I'm a huge Cardi fan. What got me into Cardi in the first place was Die Lit. And when I heard Whole Lotta Red for the first time, I thought it was awful.
No, Die Lit
But it grew on me so hard.
Die Lit is it for Playboy.
Both, in my opinion, are like 9s out of 10.
No, it's a 10 for me.
You think so? Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both. Cardi's great. It took me a little bit to come to that decision because for a while I thought just Die Lit was the only thing he was good for.
Yeah.
But then once I really like re-listened to Whole Lotta Red and everything, bro, Cardi is one of the greatest of this generation.
Whole Lotta Red
is okay. He's so creative. He's so different. He's unique. It's just it's fresh to hear. And I mean, I don't know if I would want to go to one of his concerts and hear him scream and shit.
Really, I
have
enjoyed
seen
it.
him actually. What the fuck am I talking? I've seen Cardi.
Oh yeah, Mala, right?
Yeah,
I went there too.
Yeah, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. That was the one.
That was like one of the. Well, no,
one
Juice WRLD was the best one.
I didn't see Juice.
What?
Yeah,
that was the last one of the night. You missed him. Oh no, you were waiting for the EDM guy, right?
What?
Because I think Steve Aoki or whatever or some EDM dude was playing at the same time as Juice WRLD on the other side,
bro. It was a big one.
Yeah, or like Marshmello.
I think it was Diplo.
Diplo.
Yeah,
it was Diplo.
Diplo.
Which is crazy that you would choose Diplo over Juice WRLD.
It wasn't me. It was my friends. Balin dipped out to see Juice WRLD. I should have gone.
You should have gone with Balin, bro.
Gone with Balin.
Bro, yeah, that was.
I'm sorry, Balin.
Yeah, that was the greatest concert I've ever seen in my life.
No, Diplo's crazy too, bro.
I'm sure it was because Diplo's a legend, like goated. But
for sure,
bro, Juice WRLD, especially like a couple months before he passed, bro. Like that was one of his last concerts.
Yeah,
it was insane.
I definitely wish that I saw him.
Something you can't pass up. But I saw Cardi, bro. Trippy was there.
Yeah, I saw Trippy.
Slapped him on the back.
Really?
He ran through the VIP section, which I was in the,
VIP
flex. I was in the VIP. So he like hopped off the stage and ran in, and he ran like right by me, and I was just trying to like put a hand in to like get in, just to because he was running right by me, so I just wanted to put a hand in like everyone else was. I didn't want to. I had no idea, but I fucking smacked right on his shoulder blade, and I
turn around.
No, you just kept going, bro. Because I'm pretty sure other people also slapped him when it happened. He probably expected it.
Yeah.
But I was literally just trying to like put a hand in and fuck around like everyone else was, like crowd him, and I accidentally hit him right on his like shoulder blade, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's a flex of mine. Me and Trippy are basically homies. He was shirtless too, so I got his sweat on my hand. That was kind of gross.
Ew.
I'm not weird. I wiped it off immediately. I promise.
Yeah.
But then I never washed those shorts again. yeah,
That's
no.
kind of weird.
But
Anyways,
shout out to Trippy. I actually had a shirt of his, not his shirt. My bad. A shirt that had it was a Trippy Red shirt that I bought at Hot Topic, and this is the most emo story ever. I bought a Trippy Red shirt at Hot Topic, and then I left it at Laurel Ridge. That's the psychiatric ward here. Yeah. So most emo story I could possibly come up with. Yeah.
you were emo back in the day.
I was emo. Yeah, I had some problems growing up. Had some issues. Nothing like too crazy.
Did you listen to emo music?
Oh fuck yeah. Tons.
What kind of music? Like rock and shit?
Yeah, of course. Rock music.
Heavy metal?
Super into Linkin Park, super into Green Day, super into
Is that
My
rock?
Chemical Romance. Yeah.
Linkin Park is rock?
Yeah. It's just a more modern version. But yeah, that's rock music.
Oh.
Like
Linkin Park go crazy.
yeah, I fucking love Linkin Park. Especially the Jay-Z album with Linkin Park.
I don't know if I've heard of that.
Super
honestly.
gas. He just does remixes of like their most popular songs, and they're really good.
Sounds nice.
Shout out to Jay-Z.
Jay-Z is great.
My number 4. I can't believe I haven't fucking said it. You said
Yeah.
you're number 4, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Dilate?
It was Playboy Cardi.
Yeah, okay. My number 4 was To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar.
I was debating either that one or Good Kid, Mad City.
I had to put
And
both.
I was debating putting both.
Yeah.
But I didn't want both. This same person on.
I have to, bro, just because I feel like those are the best 2 albums. Two of the best 2 albums that came out in this era. Like when I think about like the 2010s and rap music, I think about those 2 albums, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Everything that I'm listing right now,
Yeah.
obviously. That's why we're doing it. But
For number 5, I got Lil Wayne, The Carter 4.
really good pick.
In my opinion, his second greatest album of all time.
Second greatest?
His second greatest. Of all.
The one from your last list, the 3?
I have
that's his
three,
best?
like barely ahead.
I have 4 ahead.
Damn.
Yeah. I think 5 is shit.
I love 4 though. 4 is so good.
4 and 3 are amazing. 5 is shit.
5 is it's
5
pretty
was
bad.
not good.
But yeah, definitely the Carter 4 has to be there for me. I was a big Lil Wayne fan.
I will say
Lil
about
Wayne
the
and
Carter
Drizzy.
5 though.
Huh?
The first time I heard that X feature on the Carter 5,
Oh,
I
fuck.
almost cried, bro.
Yeah, literally.
I was like, bruh. And
That
he was
shit
telling me
go-
not to
that shit
cry,
is
so
so
like
good.
I felt like I had to.
Yeah, that shit's so good.
Yeah, it was good.
What do you have for 5, bro?
Rodeo by Travis Scott.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I should have definitely put that on my list.
I think that's one of the greatest albums ever, bro.
Me too.
Rodeo's amazing.
Me too.
I own
But
that one physical.
I didn't even think of Travis.
That's crazy. Because I was
I
debating
love
between
Travis,
putting Astro
though.
World on here too.
I was too.
Yeah.
I thought of Astroworld, and then I was like,
I was like, nah.
"Eh."
Because Rodeo exists.
Yeah, I didn't think of
that
Rodeo.
was my decision making. It was between those 2.
Then Rodeo is going to be my honorable mention
That's your honorable mention?
because
what was it before?
It was. If you're reading this, it's too late.
Oh, wow. Okay. My honorable mention is Igor by Tyler, the Creator.
Not a big Tyler fan.
I know you're not, but that album to me is a 10 out of 10. And it is possible that you could, because he
Lame.
even himself says that that album's not a hip hop album, now that I think about it. So if I have to switch it, I would put Culture as my honorable mention, because that's
Okay.
a really good pick, and I kind of fucked up on that one. But I still think all the albums that I put
It's all Gucci.
are better
Oh
than
yeah.
Culture. But good list, bro.
Yeah, I feel like we both kind of killed it.
Yeah, we had like different
Though,
opinions,
I
but
was
I can't say
feeling-
either of us were
I
wrong.
was feeling all of them except for the Tyler one, which was your
which is
honorable
fair
mention.
because I know you don't fuck with Tyler that
Yeah.
much, which is I don't mind that at all.
Dude,
Tyler's
do you
a
see this
acquired
right
taste.
now?
What? Oh shit!
So the
bro.
Mavs are down by 1 with 0.4 seconds.
Yeah, just-
JaVale McGee is
Yeah.
up on the free throw line taking free throws.
He's in the league.
JaVale McGee
I didn't realize JaVale
He
McGee
missed
was
the
still
first
in the
one.
league, bro.
to tie the game. He makes it.
Yes, sir, bro. Hey, he's
Thank
a
fucking
championship player,
God.
bro. He's
Holy
a
shit.
winning player,
I
and
was
it's
a-
0.4, bro. I'm glad we're getting a live reaction to this shit.
I was about to walk out.
Yeah,
It was not about to be a good time for me.
Mavericks being 1-6 in their last 7 right now, they need this win, bro. Because I want to see the Mavericks in the playoffs. I don't want to see like at least in the play-in. If they don't make the playoffs, I can live with that because they're fighting against us. But I want to see them
I
at
wanna
least
see
in the
both.
postseason.
I want to see both of us.
I would like to see it, but I feel like we're gonna match up against each other just because of the seating. Well, no,
What
because
seed
we're
are
up in the
you?
8th. We're 8th, so we fight 7th, right? That was 7th,
I don't
8th,
even
and
know.
then 9th and 10th. And then winner and winner. Yeah. And then whoever, I don't know. We discussed this another episode. I don't feel like getting back into that.
Yeah.
Speaking of basketball, though, while we're waiting for another live reaction, the Mavericks, since they're on, let's just, it's topical. Realistically speaking, right? Because I know, like, we fuck around on here. We make a lot of jokes. We talk a lot of shit. But I don't want a bit from you when you answer this question. What do you think the direction is for the Mavericks, assuming that they do not make the playoffs this year?
Well, they're gonna make the playoffs.
No, that's not what I want to hear. Assuming that they do not make the playoffs. Okay, well then,
if you're asking me that question,
what do you think their direction
seriously,
is? Yeah.
Do you really not think that they're gonna miss the playoffs?
Do I think? No, that's not what I think it's a 50-50 chance.
Let me ask. Okay, so you answer my question.
I think it's 50-50.
Okay. If
just because it's so tight.
Me, then next time ask me if they make. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If they miss the playoffs,
you can answer that after this question.
No shot. If they miss the playoffs, Kyrie's gone next year. And honestly,
you think he's gone? Did you see what he said recently?
No.
He said that this Mavs trade was for the long term. So he's definitely gone. Because every team he's ever left, he's said that he's going to stay.
The Celtics, the Nets.
The Cavs. Still a kid.
I don't know, bro. I think he's going to be gone, bro, honestly.
I really don't. Because where the fuck is he going to go, bro?
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I think he's going to stay. Because they're going to pay him the most, too. No one's going to offer him the same contract. Because they can't. Because of the new CBA rule, which we can talk about, too.
Wait. Because they need to pick up low-key, they should keep Kyrie, in my opinion.
I think they should, too.
Pick up a big man, and then they'll be straight.
I think, they need to pick up a big man. They need some defense, bro. Just some 3-and-D players. That's all they need.
Exactly. Like some role players,
The
bro.
Nets have every 3-and-D player in the league. So if they can just trade for a couple.
Yeah.
I think they'll be
I agree.
all right.
But what were you saying about the CBA? What is that?
Well, it kind of applies to the Kyrie situation. So the new CBA, collective bargaining agreement that the NBA came to, it's like a mixture of all of the advertisers, funders, investors, the NBA like officials, and then the NBA Player Association. So that's headed by CJ McCollum and Grant Williams.
Yeah.
Used to be Chris Paul.
Whoa,
whatever.
It's not Chris Paul anymore?
No. He stepped down. Gave it to CJ. Which CJ I respect. I think CJ is a really good pick for that.
CJ's good.
Grant Williams is weird to me.
Grant Williams.
That's weird. Another one that's on there is fucking what's his name? Gary Trent. I don't know. Fuck off. Whatever.
Whatever his name is.
Gary Trent or whatever his name is. He's a good player, but I don't know his personality well enough to assume that he can be on the CBA or the Players Association. Anyway, the new CBA, let me pull up the article so I don't say anything stupid, but they have increased the amount of money that you can pay your players via extensions. I have it right here. So the NBA is curbing the ability of the highest spending teams, such as the Golden State Warriors and the LA Clippers, to continue running up salary and luxury tax spending while maintaining mechanisms to add talent to the roster. The league is implementing a second salary cap apron, $17.5 million over the tax line. And those teams will lose several key team building mechanisms, including the taxpayer mid-level exception, utilizing cash and trades. So no more cash, what the fuck is it called?
Yeah, but you don't
cash?
See that a lot.
You don't see it as much as you used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't do that anymore. So maybe that was already something that they low-key removed.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's it called? Cash exceptions or something like that?
Honestly, to me, well, what else do they lose? Is that it?
No, it's not it.
What else?
Utilizing cash and trades, moving first-round picks in drafts that are 7 years away. So, we be doing that. That's a common thing. Signing free agent players in the buyout market. Oh, wow. And taking on more money than is being sent out in trades, sources said.
Damn.
So, interesting.
Well, I feel like that's a...
And there's more changes, but let's get into that one first.
I feel like that's a good thing. Well, I
think it's good for the small market teams. Because, that's the...
I feel like it's good for the Warriors and the Clippers.
You think it's good for them? Why?
Because they can continue to add on... Well, I think it's good for the Warriors. I don't think it's that good for the Clippers.
I think it's good for everybody. Because they can...
Well, because I feel like the Clippers are going to try to use that to get a chip and it won't work, and then they're going to suffer the consequences.
Well, that's because the Clippers don't know how to build a competent NBA roster.
But I feel like the Warriors, I feel like they'll get back to it.
Because they might be able to keep Draymond Green and stuff like that. And it may not work that way. It may hurt them. But
But for everyone else too, like
small market teams.
I feel like it's good too.
I think it's really good for the small market teams because they still have those options that was being taken away from teams like the Warriors or Clippers.
Yeah.
100%. So I think that'll be really good. Because that's always been a problem with the NBA is that small market teams have had a much harder shot of building a team. It's always had to be through the draft, and most of the time through the draft, you lose your players eventually. Like if you look at teams like the Kings, you look at teams like the Pelicans, which are killing it right now, but as far as history goes, every time they have a great player, they leave. And that just goes for small markets. And shout out to players like Damian Lillard, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Those are players that are chilling in their small market teams, and Dame's not winning, but Giannis won a chip. So shout out to people.
You think
like
Giannis is going to win another this year?
Honestly, I think it's their chip to lose this year.
Their chip to lose. So you think they have it in the bag almost?
Yeah, I really do. They're so good.
That's crazy.
They're so fucking good.
That's
They're
wild.
An amazing team.
You know who I have out of the West right now?
Hopefully Phoenix.
Or out of the East? I'm sorry.
Who?
I have Philly.
I don't.
I have Philly this year, and I have Joel winning MVP.
I have Joel winning MVP too, but it's also kind of weird, right? Because I feel like if they give it to Joel, it's almost like they're just giving it to him, right?
No.
Because it's a 3-man race, in my opinion. I think it's between Giannis, Nikola Jokic, and Joel Embiid.
100%. If there's anybody else in your top 3, then you're crazy right now.
Yeah, you don't watch basketball, obviously, because you just like have favoritism. But I think I agree with you. I think Joel deserves it, but I feel like the way that they're going to give it to him is going to be like, you can have it this year. You know what I mean? But I agree that he deserves it. His numbers are
crazy too.
It's absolutely his award, at least as of today. Okay. But I think recency bias this year over any other year is going to be huge. Like these next few games are going to play a huge factor in who gets that MVP award.
100%.
Because it's just first of all, they're really important.
It's really
games.
close.
Yeah. But second of all, it's such a close race that the end of the season, these last few games are going to really play a factor in people's minds when they have to put that vote in.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Hey, bro, look at this before it goes away. In my drink, it looks like the Taco Bell logo with the fizz. You see that shit? Taco Bell, it's the bell. You see that shit? This looks like a pizza to you?
More like the big one.
Okay, yeah, I can see how that would look like a little bit of a pizza. Or a ghost, the Snapchat logo? Okay, cool. Looking at clouds and shit. Anyway, back to the CBA though.
Speaking of clouds,
back to the CBA. Another thing that I think this is huge, and I think this is a really good decision. To win an MVP award or to be considered for any award, you have to play at least 65 games this season.
Okay.
That's a really good decision because they're trying to combat load management, basically.
Are you just saying that's for next season?
Yes, this is all applying to next season.
Okay, yeah.
None of this applies to this year.
I like it because you should definitely. I don't necessarily hate it, but like I hate load management. Like if you're healthy, you should be able to go.
I agree.
If
you can play basketball, you should play basketball because that's what you're getting paid to do. And I know that they say like it can help your health and prolong your career, but Paul George is literally out here on his own podcast, which shout out to Podcast P, but on his own podcast saying that he doesn't think that the health act. Never mind, he said this on JJ's podcast, but he doesn't think that that them getting the rest now, the load management is contributing to health, but only contributing to them getting hurt more because it's weakening their bodies, resting more often instead of just playing like they used to. So it's just there's a whole lot that goes into that, but I think it's a good decision for the NBA to try and combat load management because imagine being that kid that goes to an NBA game. This has happened to me before. I went to an NBA game and all I wanted to see was Kobe Bryant. It was his last year in the league and I went to Spurs versus Lakers and Kobe didn't play.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
It was unfortunate. And you know what? That's not his fault because he was old, injured. It was a different thing with Kobe. Or wait, no. My bad.
Well, it kind of was because he was like
different year,
kind of injured. Oh,
yeah, no,
but
not
like
Kobe.
he stayed being injured like in his later kind of career.
My bad, bro. It was D'Angelo Russell. This is
bro.
I'm so sorry.
Cut, I guess.
D'Angelo Russell. Might have to cut that part out.
Anyways, just start over your story and just say D'Angelo.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna cut all that out. It's fine, bro, because I just want to keep getting into the CBA because there's more shit. They're not testing for weed anymore.
Bro, I saw they weren't testing for weed.
They haven't been, but now it's official. They never will again because like they haven't been testing for it since COVID because they wanted to limit player-trainer interactions to limit COVID and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now it's just official. You can smoke weed in the league now.
Damn.
Good for them.
How many players you think smoke weed now?
I would say probably all, not all of them, obviously, because I'm sure there are people who do care about.
I'd say like
different
75%.
stuff. I would say a strong 50, yeah, at least 50, 60% of the league. Because if you think about like in your day-to-day life, how many people do you know that smoke weed? How many of them actually do you know that don't? That's a harder question to answer. Or easier, maybe. For me, I don't know anybody that doesn't. At least here and there. Even my parents.
I don't know. My parents have, well, they have never smoked.
Well, my mom doesn't smoke. She only like randomly will be, and on occasion, I don't mean to air her out right now or anything, but like on occasion she'll hit mine. She'll
partake.
Yeah, like, and that's only like when she's like in pain or like something. Like there's usually a reason for it.
Yeah.
It's not just like I want to get high right now.
I feel you.
But my dad smokes. Her husband can't smoke because of drug tests because he is in the oil field. But
how long do you think it'll be until it's legal here?
Legal in Texas?
Yeah.
Get out and vote, bro, because they're voting to decriminalize it right now.
You get out and vote.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, bitch.
They're also voting to decriminalize abortion here too.
To fucking vote.
Yeah, your parents already make you, so I actually have to get up. But yeah, get out and vote. I think it's in May.
Y'all should too.
Y'all should go out and vote. If you're in Texas,
we don't need, or I'm sorry, y'all have the choice. That's another cut. Abortions, we have the choice.
That was good, bro. Yeah, no.
And weed should be legal.
Weed should be, well, it's not, they're not voting for legality, but they are voting for decriminalization.
I know, but
which is still good.
It should be legal.
That's a step in the right direction. And I think if you live in Texas specifically, get out and vote I believe the voting closes in May. So get out and vote for the decriminalization of marijuana and the decriminalization of abortions in Texas, because we should be able to come in our bitches and we should be able to smoke a blunt after. And a cop should not have anything to say about any of those actions. That's all I got to say.
Wow.
That's it. That's it. Not cutting that one either.
That was blunt, bro. That was very straightforward.
Speaking of blunt,
I thought you were going to fucking not go that route. That was crazy, but okay.
Just being honest with myself and the viewers.
I mean...
And you. Of course.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, if she's down,
I should say this.
If she's down for it.
I feel like I should say this. An abortion, you shouldn't just get an abortion because you want to come in your bitch, right?
I
should say that.
Yeah, you should.
You shouldn't just come in your bitch and then go get abortions because there is moral.
It's up to her.
Yeah,
that's what you should say.
Well, it's obviously a woman's decision whether she wants to kill it or keep it, but it's
well, it's up to her. Well, yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
But I think like to just use it as a crutch is maybe a little morally weird, but at the same time, do what you need to do. Like if you're just willingly came in and being like, I'll just get an abortion, it's fine.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. But if you just have to get an abortion because something happens, you didn't expect it, that's perfectly fine. Happens. Abortion is needed in this economy.
I don't think is that a thing?
What?
What you just said?
People just getting abortions regularly?
Yeah.
Like it's a checkup? Yeah, that's regular. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there are some people out there that will do that.
I thought it was like everyone didn't. I don't know. That's weird.
It's a few. It's a select few.
That's wild.
But yeah, there's a girl that went to my middle school that's had quite a few, and you don't do that on accident.
Sometimes it's an accident.
A few, like 3 or 4. I don't want to get into it.
Yeah,
it's a bad conversation.
Yeah.
I have no opinion on it anyway. Another thing that the CBA is bringing on, somehow we diverged into that, evolved into that. Another thing that the CBA is bringing is a mid-season tournament. Have you heard about that?
Like what? No.
So let me read it for you.
I'm confused on what that, like a kind of like a playoffs in the mid. mid
A little bit. So, in attempt to curb load management and lost games among star players, the NBA is tying eligibility for never mind, not that one. My bad. The in-season tournament could arrive as soon as the 23-2024 season. The event will include pool play games baked into the regular season schedule starting in November, with 8 teams advancing into a single elimination tournament in December. The Final Four will be held at a neutral site, which will probably be Las Vegas, which is sick. Seattle
definitely should be
Seattle.
What?
Seattle.
What about Seattle?
That's where they should do it.
No, it should be Las Vegas.
Las Vegas and Seattle. Why not both?
No, because Las Vegas is the biggest attraction in America.
Bro, yeah. March Madness is huge in Las Vegas.
Is it in March? Is it in
No,
Vegas
bro.
right now?
They go there to watch it and bet on it.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Which
yeah.
we should.
Go to Vegas?
It's a sausage fest, but we should go for March Madness next year.
I'm going in 2 weeks.
We should go for March Madness next year. Go with you?
Yeah.
I don't got money for that, bro.
Just get like $100 bucks.
Yeah, just get like $100, bro.
We'll
Fuck
turn
you,
that into
bro.
like $500 bucks.
We can go next year when I can save up for it.
All right, that's a bet.
Because I want to spend when I'm there.
I can't wait, bro. I'm going in 2 weeks to Vegas,
I'm
and then
happy
I'm
for
coming
you, bro.
back,
Lucky
and then like in a month, I'm going on a cruise,
Yeah, this guy Chaz has.
and then I'm coming back, and then it's my birthday, bro.
Fuck yeah.
I'm about to.
You're gonna be here for your birthday.
Yeah,
So
my
that's
cousins
cool.
are coming down.
So Chaz is gonna miss an episode eventually. Is basically what he's telling you.
I will miss one episode.
At least one.
When I'm on my cruise, I'll miss one
Yeah,
episode.
because you're gonna be
I
on
won't
it for a
miss an
couple weeks,
episode
right?
for Vegas. What?
You're gonna be on it for a couple weeks, right?
I'll be on it for 1 week, one
Okay.
full week.
Okay, so yeah, you'll
7
miss
days.
one. And for that episode, I'll probably bring in Dylan because me and Dylan have been having a lot of political debates recently because he and I stand completely.
Political?
Yeah, he and I
I
stand.
hate politics.
Yeah, I do too. But me and Dylan get into it so hard, and I think that's good for some views for a little bit, just to have me and Dylan go back and forth. So
Yeah, go at it, I guess.
just for an episode, let me and Dylan go at it. But
What is he?
opposite
like
of me,
I don't know what you are. Are you
okay. I pull from both sides. I don't really pick
so you're
specifically.
independent?
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say I'm a centrist,
The fuck is that?
but I lean more left.
What is a centrist?
Well, what's the root of the word? Central, center. I'm like in
So
the middle.
independent.
I'm in the yeah, but I don't like using that word because I feel like people who say that are typically still conservative. But for me,
That's my parents, and they're more democratic. But
okay, cool.
Anyways,
But I lean more central. Like I lean
Okay.
more left,
which is
democratic liberal.
okay.
I lean more in that direction.
I feel
wouldn't
like I'm
say
the same.
Yeah,
But I'm definitely not full democratic.
me either. Because there's certain
I
things that I just don't
disagree
agree with.
Some things that
Like,
my parents view on.
I'm not a big fan of the way that we handle our tax system, and that's a completely democratic system. I'm not a fan of the way that we handle our election system. That's a completely
Anyways,
democratic system.
That's
Anyway,
a story for next week.
that's a story for when Dylan's here.
Yeah, Dylan's here.
But
Not
anyway,
next week.
what's another thing that we got going on here? So the season tournament it's gonna have Las Vegas. It's gonna be in Las Vegas, and it pays out $500K to the winner of like each player gets $500K in their bank account straight up. Which you can argue with if that's important or not. Like if you got a guy like LeBron, right? He might just sit out. But if you got a
he
dude
wouldn't give a
like
fuck.
a young player on a
he
halfway
would
contract,
wanna
he's
get
gonna
it.
ball out for that
Yeah,
$500K.
For sure.
So I think this is a good thing for the league ultimately. Another thing
shit.
too is that the winner, like the people who go to the championship game, will end up playing 83 games in a season, as opposed to the 82.
Yeah.
Which
that's
I think
true.
is fine.
Well, wait, 83?
83.
So there's just
The
one.
championship game is an extra game. The rest of them are baked into the schedule.
Okay.
The only one
okay.
that's extra is the championship game.
Okay. I feel you. Damn. So, quick update number 2. I don't know if you're done with the CBA rules.
Just let me go over it real quick, see if
Well,
there's
like the
anything else
important
interesting.
ones.
Yeah, that was the only important things. Another thing, real quick, that's interesting is the way that they're doing extensions now, where if you sign a long-term deal, it can increase up to 140% over the last year, or you can just sign a 120% extension for 1 year. So it's basically like you can take a deal that's like $700K right now,
Yeah.
like 1 year of $700K,
yeah.
or you can get $400K over 3 years, and at the end of that contract, it'll be $600K. Like you're getting 400, 400, then 600.
Okay.
So that's like a new way that they can do extensions, giving a way to pay their players without immediately feeling the tax on their salary cap. But me personally, I'm taking that $1 million or that $700K 1 year
Yeah, 100%.
because I like betting on myself. That's just me. I don't know
Yeah.
about you, but
Especially in basketball, I'm about to hoop.
basketball's a little different. I'm just thinking in our terms, right? Like
what?
like if YouTube was like, I want to give you a contract,
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
taking the 1 year
taking-
700K.
Yeah, I'm taking that too.
But if it's basketball, injuries can happen, bro. I think I would take the 400, 600 type deal.
I'm taking the 1 for 700
Okay.
for sure.
I agree with you on that.
Because I ball out for 1 year and then I make my money.
But what if you get injured, tear your ACL, you're never the same?
Tear my ACL. You don't know I'm different like that, bro.
Okay, bro.
I don't tear ACLs out here.
Whatever, bro.
What
I
you
am done with the
mean?
CBA now. So what were you talking
So
about?
update number 2.
Update number 2. On what?
On the Mavericks.
The game? They just lost or did they win?
They lost.
God damn it. That's crazy, bro.
Hurts me to say.
That's really rough.
I really thought that they were fine. Honestly.
I told you. The defense is going to be a problem.
I still think they're a little there's a little bit of hope, but only because the Pelicans. The Pelicans have the
really good
hardest
right now.
remaining schedule
Do they?
in the league.
They're
Yes,
also rolling right now, though.
They are, but it just takes one loss,
It does.
and they play the hardest teams in the NBA the rest of the league.
I really don't know.
Or the rest of the way.
I want the Mavericks to be in the play-in.
I do too, but they need to win basically for the next 4. Or I think they play I think they play 4 more games. I think they need to win 4-4 or 3 or 4.
That's
and
going to be
the
tough,
Pelicans
bro,
need to
especially with
lose
like
out.
the way they've been playing recently.
Yeah.
That's going to be really tough. And
So
I wouldn't put it
we'll
past
see.
Luka to be able to like will his team by himself, but man, just with no other defense on his team, it's really tough.
It's crazy.
I saw the halftime show. I don't know who exactly said it, but someone on the halftime show of the Mavericks game said, "Better call him Alice because they ain't got no D."
It's probably fucking Charles Barkley's fucking corny ass.
No, it wasn't Charles. It was someone else. Definitely not Charles.
I
But
fucking hate
it
Charles.
sounded like a little bit like Kendrick Perkins. I don't know who said it though.
Is Kendrick Perkins on TNT?
No, it wasn't on TNT.
Oh, I thought you said that.
This is NBA TV. So whoever does NBA TV halftime show,
Oh,
I'm not really familiar. I don't watch halftime shows, bro. I pick up my phone. I do something else. I don't need
did
that.
you see that Tate was released?
Did
you
see
see
that?
the interview?
He did an interview?
You didn't see that?
No.
Damn. Yeah, he did an interview.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
What did he anything interesting?
Not really. He was just basically grateful that grateful about the mayors that actually listened and
Yeah.
let him out. Grateful. He was just grateful that to be home.
Yeah. I mean, he should be.
Yeah,
As
100%.
everyone should be when they get out of.
He said that he did like 5,000 push-ups or 7,000 push-ups while he was in in the cell. So he's trying to reach 10,000 by the end of this week.
Okay, yeah. Whatever, bro. That's hilarious.
Classic Tate.
Yeah.
But did you see him? Have you actually seen him?
Yeah, he's got his hair
He's got a
and
fucking
a beard
and shit.
Yeah, he looks different. He
Yeah, I'm
also looks
tryna-
like he's a little bit chunkier too.
Yeah.
Like he looked a little like in that video where he was just pacing back and forth smoking the cigar. I'm sure you
Mhm.
saw that video. He looked he looked like he had like put on a little bit of weight, lost a little bit of muscle mass or whatever.
a little bit.
But good for Tate. I'd been saying it on the podcast for like the
Free
past
Tate.
couple weeks he should be free if he didn't do anything
And
wrong.
He is.
And he's free. So good.
Now
we get to talk about him every
farm
week.
These fucking
Yeah. Every week thumbnails, titles.
because he's about to go crazy.
Oh yeah.
He's about to
Sneeko and Ross, we're gonna talk about them too.
I'm excited, bro.
Every week, bro.
What about Aiden Ross?
Yeah, speaking of him, so he
I
did
haven't
something
seen
recently
anything about him.
Yeah, he did something recently that it could potentially get him in really big trouble with the platform that he's on, Kick. So, he was on stream and he made a joke basically just saying about people with pronouns that his pronouns are kill them. Kill
What the
/
fuck?
them. Yeah. So he was basically saying kill like people.
That's a little
yeah.
too far.
Yeah, it is. And he got in a lot of trouble. Trainwreck.
First of all, hold on. Sorry.
What's up?
People make jokes like peen or is. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. And that's
like
fine.
that's funny.
But kill
like,
them.
Kill them is
That's
far,
too far.
as fuck.
Like even like He-Man. Like that one's funny. Like
He-Man.
like
That one's funny.
He-Man. Or just bullshit, just dumb shit. But like,
Yeah,
when
that
you're
shit is way
direct, that's
too
attacking,
far.
in my
That
opinion.
shit is way too far.
That's attacking a group of people.
Yeah, that's just not.
And
Okay. But anyway, what a train wreck.
Trainwreck, who if you don't know,
I know who that is.
He's a big dog
But
with
for people that don't know,
for people that don't know, he's a big dog with Kick. He's like real tight in with the CEO if he isn't the CEO already. And he said that if Aiden Ross doesn't come on live and apologize for it by yesterday, he will face some serious consequences, which could result in a ban from the platform of Kick, which is already banned from Twitch. YouTube is not going to offer him a bag, so this could be the end of Aiden Ross. But he did post yesterday, and he explicitly said in the video, "This is not an April Fool's joke," because yesterday was April Fool's. He said, "This isn't an April Fool's joke. I don't want to stream anymore." So maybe Aiden Ross is done, which sucks. But at the same time, I think he needs to step away for a while. I think it's good for him.
I think it was his time to step away.
I think he can come back in like a few months or whatever, maybe on some better shit.
I don't think it's time for comebacks.
You think he's done? I think
it's not even cooked, bro, because I think he could come back and make crazy content.
Yeah.
But I think it's good for him to
I think he should take a step away.
And just focus on himself.
Yeah.
Because obviously
he's going through something.
He's
clearly going, because people don't just like, he had such a shift.
He snapped.
Because he had a positive mindset. He was doing good. And then all of a sudden he just clicked and he's going through something.
Honestly, when he was fucking with Aiden, I was fucking with him. Like hella. Or when he was fucking with Tate, I was fucking with him. Like when he was like trying to change and like
get better.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I fuck with you for that.
Yeah.
And then he just completely
he
flip-flopped
into like kind of doing the Tate thing.
Yeah,
the
like
red
I wanted
pill.
him to just chill in the middle of like him and Tate and like get better, like improve yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
because I feel
that's
like
the shit
at
that I
first
want.
he was taking a good message from Tate. Like he was just taking like improve yourself, be a better man.
But he took it way too far.
He took all of it and he took it to childish extremes.
Exactly.
Which is
so I think it's time for him to chill out.
Step back, bro.
Focus on himself.
Honestly,
for
I hope
real.
he gets better because this is clearly a mental issue that he's dealing with.
And I think it's time for Kai to just farm.
Yeah. This is Kai's time, bro, because he's an unproblematic king. Love Kai.
Kai is it, bro. I love Kai so much.
I do too. And speaking of internet drama, people got mad at Mr. Beast again for doing some good shit.
For what? I haven't seen this new good shit.
This one, he tipped a waitress a car, a Nissan or some shit. Like
I'm sorry.
Go for it.
Speaking of tipping, bro.
You got no tips or what?
Well, I got $100 tip from a 13 top.
Oh.
But they ran up their bill to like $500, so it's basically a 20% tip.
That's a solid tip.
But today, I had this great family, bro. They were from Philly.
Super nice.
They were awesome, bro. They were crazy, but I like crazy, bro.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
I love crazy.
Yeah, especially
as
Philly
long as
people.
it's not too crazy, I love fucking crazy.
They order a Philly wit.
What? No.
You don't sell a Philly cheesesteak?
Well, we sell a Texas cheesesteak, but we didn't sell it today because they tried to, but we didn't sell it because we were doing our brunch.
That's hilarious.
But anyways, they ran up their bill to like $180, like maybe $200.
Good money.
And they tipped me $100.
Ooh, that's a 50 bomb.
Yeah, it was like more than 50, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like, damn, y'all. Like at first when I saw it, I was like, no, like.
Did you like match their energy?
Yeah,
that's probably why.
I was like, no, like y'all literally don't have to do that. That's crazy.
That's so cool.
And they're like, no, like y'all got it.
That's the coolest thing about like
and I was like, bro,
doing those type of jobs is because people like there's a direct way, and it's also the worst thing.
And it literally made my day.
Yeah, because sometimes something will destroy your day.
Like almost 200.
Someone will not tip you, and that'll fuck your whole day up. But sometimes someone will tip you
which also happened to me, which was my fault.
What did you do?
Well, because he gave me $100 bill.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'll just give you all your cash back. You know what I mean? And you can pay me and do whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He thought I guess he thought that because he was really chill, so I don't think he like
just didn't
actually
want to tip you.
Yeah, but he just gave me $5. So he thought that I took his fucking what he owed the company.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Out.
Yeah.
But I gave him all of his money back. So he just gave me like fucking $10.
Okay.
And his check was like 20.
Interesting.
Yeah. But it was chilling because I made $100 tip. So like I was.
You said that
chilling. I didn't give a fuck.
It was dead.
I basically paid for his.
I assume it got busy, right?
Or his thing. Yeah.
Because there's no way. It's a Sunday, bro.
It was dead. I had 2 tables. That was
at like 11 a.m.
I was taking one, and then I had the band that was performing.
Yeah.
They just wanted sweet teas and like beer and shit. So it was easy as fuck. And then
that's crazy, bro. After a performance, I always get a burger.
Right after that, I got like double set, and then it happened again, and then I was cooked. But it was fun, bro. I actually enjoy it.
Good. I'm glad.
It's fun.
I'm still doing training, so I can't tell you if I like my job or not. But they did send me a care package today with some shirts and some cups and some stickers and some cool socks and
Free?
shit. Yeah, free. Came with the job.
That's not bad. Bro.
But god damn, I can't believe I forgot to shout this out. I dropped a song today.
You did drop a song today.
I don't honestly care how well it does because I don't give a fuck about my music anymore. But if you're a fan of my music, you deserve this song because it's really good. So if you like me and you like my music and you're a fan, I've been slacking. I don't fucking make music anymore. I have an album that I haven't dropped, and I might drop it if I feel like I want to enough. But this song is really good. It's probably my best song. So go listen to it if you like me. But I'm not saying that because I want it to get plays because I fucking don't care, honestly. Like, I didn't promote. I just was like, hey, I dropped today. I didn't no build up, no nothing. But it's a really good song. I don't know if you listened to it yet.
I haven't yet.
But it's really good.
But I did see your Snapchat. It was while I was at work, and then I came here. I'm definitely going to listen to it.
Got a lot of compliments.
I didn't know that you viewed it as your best song, so I'm definitely going to listen to it now.
It's different because it's the rock one that I made.
Okay.
So as far as like the way that it sounds, I think it's my best sounding song. Obviously, I have a lot of really, in my opinion, obviously,
good songs.
really good songs.
Yeah.
So it just depends on like the day of the week. But I think as far as like sonically and like especially my singing on the song, I think it's like the best I've ever sounded. It's like a vocal performer. That's just my opinion, though.
Oh yeah.
That's just me. But yeah, I dropped a song, so go listen to it. It's on SoundCloud only right now.
You've been texting me a little bit recently this week,
Mhm.
and you've been talking about fights.
Yeah.
You've been telling me that you've been watching a lot of UFC highlights.
Not even. I watched full fights.
Full fights
on UFC on
Tell
YouTube.
me which fights you've been.
The one that I mainly,
or who you've been watching recently.
well, my favorite fighter is Adesanya. As far as UFC goes,
That's your favorite UFC fighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not all time. All time is Conor McGregor. He's my like
You know
goat.
he's fighting soon, right?
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about current day
But that's
Conor
your
McGregor.
goat.
That's my goat, but he's no longer.
You have to see that though.
I will probably like watch the highlights, but I'm not paying for that. But
he's probably gonna get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, he will. He'll lose. That's fine. He's old now. But who I do think is like my current favorite, and he is my current favorite, is Adesanya. And I watched his full last fight versus Pereira. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong.
No.
And my opinion on their upcoming fight, as much as I hate to say it, is I don't think Adesanya is winning that shit. And he could.
This next fight,
if he grapples as hard as he can, and he really gets that man in a lock, he can win it. But I don't think he's winning it on his feet.
I don't think I don't know.
That's his only chance, bro.
He's not
winning
really
it.
a grappler.
He's not, but not Pereira's less of a grappler than he is. So I think that's his only chance because he's definitely not winning it on his feet, bro.
Well, I don't know, bro.
Pereira is a kickboxer.
I think in order for Adesanya, well, so is Adesanya.
I know they fought in kickboxing as well. Like their UFC matchups are only
literally the same.
Yeah.
I think the only way Adesanya wins that is if he gets him out early. Like he almost did this fight.
The last one.
Yeah,
he almost did.
Almost knocked his ass out.
Yeah.
He got saved by the bell.
Yeah, it was so close.
And then recovered.
But
even then, Adesanya was winning the fight.
But the thing that I was noticing in the last fight, the main thing that I feel like Adesanya had the advantage in was when they got into those clinch situations. Like when they, I sound like a different person. I just kind of had like an autobiography. I've never talked about fighting in a way that sounds professional.
I like it. You've been doing your homework.
Yeah, I really have. But I just love it. I fucking love the sport.
Usually I'm the fight guy, but
yeah, I'm
you've
getting
been doing
into
your
it.
Homework, so I'm letting you do your thing.
When they get into those clinch situations, I feel like Adesanya had the advantage every time, and I feel like if he really exploits that throughout an entire 5-round situation, 6, right?
5 rounds.
It's 5? Okay. 5-round situation. If he really exploits that and really goes for those clinches, because I'm not saying he's going to get a tap out or he's going to get a submission. What I think is going to happen is he's going to tire Pereira out, because when you looked at the way that Pereira, he still won after that clinch, but he only had one main really good one. And after that clinch, Pereira was gassed until like a couple rounds later when he finally recovered and then beat the shit out of Adesanya. So he's not winning it on his feet unless he gets him early, like you said.
I think Pereira is scary, bro.
He is.
Like for anybody
he's the bigger fighter, bro. He's much bigger. When you look at those two dudes,
he could honestly probably go up to heavyweight.
Yeah. He looks like a light heavyweight, in my opinion.
I think he could go up to heavyweight and fight, low-key.
I think he could be a light heavyweight even, like right now.
Well, I know.
He could go and win that division
I know,
easy.
but go up a second class
You think
and challenge
win?
heavyweight? I think he could easily challenge, like,
Who
be a
has the belt?
contender
Do you even know?
for heavyweight.
Who has the belt in heavyweight?
I thought it was Nagano,
Hmm.
but he stepped down. So as of right now, I'm not sure.
Well, it
who
goes
it
to
is.
it kind of the way that works is they kind of. I looked it up recently. Like when someone just retires with the belt, it just goes to. They will have a competition for
Yeah, I
it.
thought
Basically,
it was vacant. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's vacant, and then they compete. I don't know who has it right now.
I don't. Maybe no one right
Yeah,
now.
I don't know.
Honestly, same thing with
I'm
boxing.
not a
too.
big heavyweight guy.
I don't. It's just because it's not as fun to watch.
It's
It's
fun
slower.
to watch just because it's like
power
I'm
after
gonna throw
power.
this at you.
Yeah.
You're about to throw this at me. I'm about to hit you with this.
But I'm
you know?
really me personally. I like the welterweight, lightweight,
Yeah,
like
me too.
featherweight, flyweight.
light middleweight,
Yeah,
light heavyweight.
those are fire. Those
Yeah.
are my favorites. Just because it's fast, it's quick, and they just be so quick with it. And
Yeah.
again, like my favorites of all time are Conor McGregor and Adesanya, which are both, if I'm not mistaken, lightweights.
Favorites of all time. Damn, bro. I'd probably say John Jones. Watching
That
John
makes
Jones as a
sense.
kid,
I know you're a big John Jones.
I was
guy.
like, holy fuck.
yeah. When I was
The shit he
into
was doing to people was crazy.
when I was into UFC as a kid, because this was when it was on cable television, when it was fresh and it was new. We used to watch it every Thursday. I was into Anderson Silva,
Another good one.
which he may be my GOAT. I don't know.
It's another very good one.
Yeah, I was really into Silva,
He was very crazy too.
and Jake Paul beat him.
So are you saying Jake Paul is
Is
better
the
than
GOAT of
Anderson
UFC?
Silva?
Yeah, I think that's my answer. Nah, Anderson Silva was 42 when he fought Jake Paul, so Jake Paul should have won that. But
He did win that.
yeah, he definitely should have. That was
Yeah.
that was definitely. But Anyway, back to the Adesanya Pereira fight. I definitely think that Pereira has the advantage, but I want Adesanya
But
to win.
Who do you think will win? Who do you, if you were betting, you were talking about going to Vegas.
I
and
gotta go
shit.
for my guy.
Who would you bet on?
I gotta bet on my
winning?
guy. I can't bet on the opponent.
So you would take the underdog.
I would be
Adesanya.
betting on Adesanya. Yeah, he's gonna take the belt back.
I'd probably bet on fucking Pereira, honestly.
You would. That's not a bad
Just
bet.
because I feel like Pereira, now that they're both in the UFC, like,
yeah, they fought. That
now-
was Pereira's 4th UFC fight,
yeah,
which is crazy.
Adesanya literally picked him
Yeah,
because it was like,
he thought he had that. He
Yeah.
thought it was easy pickings.
well, no, he didn't think it was easy.
Well, because
easy
he's already
pickings.
lost to him before.
He thought it
in
was a good
kickboxing.
challenge. He thought it was the challenge for him to pick, which it was. And at the time, if he would have beat him, it would have been like, he would have been it. What's going on?
I got a DM that kind of confused me.
Okay, you look
Um,
confused.
Yeah. I guess I should clear this because someone just asked me. I don't have a brother. In my raps and in my music a lot, I have said that my brother killed himself. My brother committed suicide. My brother died. R.I.P. my brother. It's my best friend from my childhood. So I'm just gonna clear that up real quick.
Okay.
It's not my brother. I just call him that because it's the closest thing that I had to it because I'm an only child. It's between him and my cousin. Cousin's still here. Shout out to him. But yeah, so that's I'll answer that text when I get back to it. Love you, Toxin. You're my homeboy. But just to publicly address that, because I notice I've had some people on that one song from one of my most popular Talk My Shit 2.5. I said my brother shot himself inside his mouth, and I've had people text me like, "I'm sorry to hear about your brother," and I never took it as my brother because I say it that way. I think of it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, I don't have a brother. Never did. But that was my homeboy. So.
Did you want a brother growing up?
Yes.
Just now that we're talking
fuck
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, bro.
Me too.
I was so lonely.
Well,
I know you had a sister.
I know you didn't have siblings.
No, I have a sister that I've never met, but yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have siblings, which I would love to meet my sister and I want to reach out to her, but I don't know what to say because it's a weird situation. I don't want to talk about
Yeah.
it publicly, but it's a weird situation.
Obviously. I have a sister. She is 20. She's 5 years older than me. I'm 22, so she's 27. She turns 28
So y'all
on
grew up
August
together.
31st. Yeah. We had a lot of fights growing up.
As siblings do.
Yeah. But it was like over stupid, petty shit.
Yeah.
But I was just like a bitch, honestly, when
That's-
I was a younger kid, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I like being an asshole.
I did too.
You know what I mean? I still like being an asshole.
Me too. Yeah.
It's fun.
That's why one of my favorite things to do on my YouTube channel is the Am I the Asshole series? Because
Yeah.
like I feel like I'm a really good judge
Yeah.
of if you are or aren't. And most
Oh,
of the time I side with the person. But I don't know.
Anyways,
I wanted a brother so bad because one of my biggest things was when I was really into basketball and I wanted to make the NBA. I used to make my dad, after he would come home from work, play me 1-on-1 to 40 ones and twos.
to 40
Ones and twos, yeah.
You're a bitch.
I'm a dick. And he fucking did it. So shout out to my dad
Shout out
because
to your dad.
he was
I
in
would
his
be
40s
like,
and
"Bitch,
50s playing
go
me
play
to
by
40
yourself."
ones and twos. And it's just because he loved me and he wanted me to I didn't have
no.
a sibling. I didn't have anyone else to play with. So
Yeah.
it was just,
I went to the gym.
and you
for
know
that.
what, bro? My dad busted my ass for so
Damn.
long because
Just put you in the post game or what?
no, bro. My dad's
I
a
could see it right
shooter.
now.
He actually made it a point. He made it a point until I got to his height and taller to not take me into the post because he knew that was easy.
Yeah.
So my dad's a shooter, bro.
Oh yeah.
My dad can fucking, even like a couple years ago, I played with him after we hadn't played in a while. We just shot around and he could still fucking hit threes like it's nothing.
That's what's up.
But my dad's he's an athlete. He grew up playing every sport you can possibly think of.
Speaking of basketball, we should definitely hoop soon.
I agree.
Cool.
Ian and Dylan have been like trying to do that. So
And we should film the podcast at my house soon.
I'm down. The hot tub once we get our fucking equipment.
Well, first like a podcast at my house and then a hot tub podcast.
I don't know why I want to do this. You may disagree, but I really want to do one outside.
Yeah.
Like I don't mean
I'd be
I just want to
down,
do
but it
one
depends
episode
where.
like outside, like even in your backyard, like on your patio.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be down for
Be
that.
sick.
It just has to be like a nice setup. Like it has to be like over the
Like I don't want to just
sunset
like
in the background or like
yeah,
my
yeah.
backyard because it's honestly kind of nice.
Because I don't want to just set
Some
up like
shit.
in my front yard and shit. Obviously,
Yeah,
I
I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah,
either.
me either. But I want to like a cool thing that I have, and there's this podcast that already does this, so we can't do it because it's already a thing. But there's this one podcast that goes out, and this is the sickest thing. It's called Podcast But Outside, and they literally just set up in the middle of a downtown area in a city and let people come up, and they pay them $1 to just talk to random people.
Dude, that's sick.
It's amazing, bro.
I honestly wanted to do that.
I think we could do that for a couple. Obviously, we can't make it like we can't.
Yeah, I want to do that for an episode.
But for a couple episodes, that would be sick, bro. Because like San
Shout
Antonio,
them out a little bit.
weird ass people here.
Yeah.
Like if
Bro,
we go
we
to
should
downtown
definitely
SA,
do
the first of all,
Can we do that? Like
yeah.
actually soon?
yeah, we just have to get all the equipment. Like we have to invest for that.
What equipment do we need?
First of all, we don't have another microphone. We need that audio interface that can record anywhere.
Okay.
That's all.
How much is that?
The audio interface is about like I'm shooting high here. It's lower than this, but roughly $200. It's like 170, something like
And
that.
how much is the other shit that we need?
Microphone,
Yeah.
60. Maybe less than that.
Okay. We should pay for that soon.
We can split that. Once I start getting paid, we can definitely like.
Honestly, I'm down to pay for like most of it, not all of it. Most of it.
Okay.
And you just pay me back later.
Okay. As soon as I get paid, we can get into that.
But-
like paid for my current job, not
because
my last job.
I really want to do that. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Shout out to those people
Shout
that
out to
did it
Podcast But
before
Outside.
us because
That's their every
that's
episode.
a really
Yeah.
fucking good
They
idea.
do that for every episode. So shout out to them. We're gonna steal that shit, but not in a way, not in a
Not
harmful way, because we're
bro.
acknowledging that we're doing it.
We're not stealing that shit.
We're gonna borrow
Go
it.
check them out.
Yeah,
And then come back to our shit.
when we
check
do it,
our shit
Yeah.
out because we're about to do that shit crazy.
and they're very popular, so they don't need our shout out. But that's
But
one of the
shout
most
them out.
innovative podcast things I've ever seen, and
Yeah.
I've always thought that I want to do it, and I'm glad you want to as well. Because
that sounds so fun.
if all they do is they just put up a sign that says we'll pay you $1 to join our podcast, and people just come up and do it.
oh yeah.
So yeah, that's what we'll do. Maybe a couple
Soon.
episodes here and there. Maybe we can do like yearly, like one episode
Maybe
every year.
in like 2-3 weeks.
Huh?
We'll try to get all of that shit in like 2 to 3 weeks, and then have the podcast.
When do I
or
get
that
paid?
fucking video out.
I get paid my first check, which is going to be smaller because it's only for like a week and a half.
Well, you're training right now, bro.
Yeah, so it'll be for the 14th. That's when I get paid, or the 18th, something like that.
Okay.
So it's actually way sooner than my
That's when I
last
get
job.
back the 14th.
Because my last job paid me. It took me a month and a half to get my first check. I know you remember that shit. I was struggling, bro. But
Yeah,
now, bro, they
I
pay me
was.
immediately. As soon as I get paid on the 14th, which is in like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty happy about that. Shout out to this company.
Bro.
And you know what? I can't even say what it is because they have fucking like
I'm sorry.
confidentiality.
Did you see Hasbullah on Twitter? I'm assuming you did because you're always on Twitter.
It's also on the topic stock.
But like, I saw Hasbullah abuse a cat, bro, and I've been seeing memes everywhere about that shit.
Yeah, I don't think he was in the wrong, bro.
Me after I see Hasbullah for
Yeah.
abusing a cat,
Fuck,
it's just
bro.
like him kicking like a fucking.
He didn't
that
do
shit's
anything
so
wrong, bro.
funny,
If you've ever had a pet, you know what it's like to discipline your pet. He just filmed himself doing it. The Lakers just beat the Rockets, so shout out to us.
Wait,
Anthony Davis with 40
Are
points.
you sure that's what it was?
Hmm?
Are you sure that's what it was?
He was, yeah.
Okay.
He
I
addressed
only
it.
saw the video and it was like 10 seconds.
He made a
and I was
response.
just- okay.
He made a response video. He said he was disciplining his cat. And there's other videos, if you dig into it, of him petting his cat, loving his cat, cuddling with his cat.
Discipline your cat?
My cat?
Do you? Me personally, I'll answer before you.
You probably don't because you have a good cat.
I don't.
You have a good
and
cat.
neither do my parents.
You have a good cat. Me, Mamba is a fuck. And do I do what Hasbullah did? Do I pull his ear and smack him on the fucking head? No. But here's what I do, right?
I didn't think that was a thing.
If Mamba is ripping up on this couch right here, not this one, he can rip this one, but that one he can't rip up over there because that's a new couch and I want to take that with me when I move out. So I'm trying to not let him fuck it up. And when he does that, I go over there and I flick him. That's it.
I would just take him off and just put him in different.
Or I
room.
kick him out.
Yeah.
But
Literally.
I only flick him if he like does something super fucked up. Like if he'll like sometimes just knock some shit over on purpose.
Just flick him.
It's not. But I've never done what he
Crazy
did.
Mamba.
But you gotta remember, bro. These dudes, he's fucking Russian.
He is crazy.
Yeah, he's Russian, bro.
He be climbing on everything and everything.
Yeah.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
And be going crazy.
Yeah, you gotta cut him
He
some
loves that
slack.
shit.
He's a little
But
different
honestly,
than your
he's
average
lit.
person.
I love that shit.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is I don't even really, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to. People are probably going to hate me for it, but I don't like Hasbullah very much.
I don't really either.
It's not that I don't like him. It's I don't fucking understand him. I don't understand
really
the
either.
craze. Like he's cute. He's silly. He's cute. He's a cute little tiny
deals
little
with
guy.
milk and shit, so
and
he's popular.
and he's
like
funny, but I don't understand the craze behind it.
Exact. You took the words out of my mouth.
I've never understood it. Like I remember when he first started popping, and like I just like
I was like, I kind of get it at first because it was like
silly.
UFC shit.
Yeah.
No, at first it was about Dana White bringing him on and like getting him popular, and then it was like about UFC shit.
Yeah.
And then Nelk kind of took him under the wing, and it was about like stupid little shit.
Yeah.
And now
he's
it's
just
just
punching
like,
everybody in the face left and right, and people just are like, "Come on, bro." You know
now
what?
it's
If I
like,
saw him
what
in
the
person,
fuck is this kid doing?
yeah. And when I first saw him, I thought he was one of those kids.
Which honestly, is he a kid?
He's 19.
He's 19.
Here's another interesting thing about him. He is a devout Muslim. Meaning that he does not talk to any women. He doesn't go to any clubs. He does not drink alcohol. Like he's a devout Muslim.
Okay.
That's really cool. Shout out to him.
I respect that a lot.
To anyone who's like super, I'm atheist because I'm fucking
You're
miserable.
atheist.
Yeah, I am. You don't know that? Have we never talked about this?
I don't think I've ever really asked you your religion.
I've never asked
I
you.
assume that it was like you don't really believe in shit. Well, not believe in shit. I assume you believe in something.
I believe in nothing.
Okay, so you don't believe in shit. I'm not an atheist. I believe in something. I just don't really know what it is.
So you're not
I don't believe
Christian
in God
or something.
I don't really believe in
Okay.
God. I believe in like a power.
I can see that. I think
or like a
I do have
I
a
don't know.
specific belief.
like a okay, better way to put it. I believe in like a certain energy, God,
Okay.
more than like a God itself, like human being. I believe in it being like a certain energy.
Let's talk
flowing between
biblically
the
then here.
universe.
Just for a second. Do you think that the earth was created by scientific reasons, or do you think it was created by something, a higher up being? Like, do you think we're here because of like a creator, or we're here because of science? And I don't fucking care. Like,
Obviously,
you're my
I don't-
homeboy, so I'll
I
respect
don't
whatever
give a
your
fuck
decision
what-
is.
Yeah, we're chilling. I don't know. I literally don't know.
You don't have to.
And literally, I don't know.
No
about,
one knows technically.
And literally, I don't know
Knows.
about anything. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I want to believe in and what
Well,
I
that
don't
comes
want to
with
believe
time,
in,
bro.
because like I don't fucking know anything about that shit. Like I went to church and shit growing up, but like I didn't pay attention. We played games and shit. So like
Youth group and shit.
it's not like
Yeah.
it's not like I like read the Bible or like
I
grew
have
up super
not
Christian.
front to back, but I've read a lot of the Bible
But like
because I wanted to
don't-
learn.
I don't really know. Well, like yeah, I don't really know shit about like Christianity
I have my
and shit. So
well,
like,
I think to make
tell
it a-
you to tell you if I believe in a creator or not, I don't
You can't
really
even answer that.
know. Like I can't.
You should study some other religions because I think to just
don't know.
only because Christianity is one and it's the biggest.
Well, that's just what my parents brought me up on.
Yeah, because most of us are
My
brought up on
mom-
Christianity. Is
okay,
it
just
Church
to
of
clear it
Christ?
up, yeah, my mom grew up Catholic.
Oh, she's Catholic. Okay.
My dad grew up Christian.
Catholic is Christian.
Just-
Is he
Well,
Church of Christ?
I know, but like it's more specific.
Yeah. Well, he
Is
doesn't
what
believe
my
in the
parents told
saints
me.
and all that type of stuff. He's a Church of Christ. Like Christ
Yeah.
is the savior and all that type of
Yeah.
stuff. Okay. Yeah.
But my mom is more Catholic, like more serious type
with
shit.
the saints and the
But, yeah.
communion.
But she
and-
doesn't really believe in that shit. She's more Christian now.
Okay. See, with me, I come from a long different. My grandfather is Jewish, so that's a thing in my family. My grandmother is extremely Church of Christ, like super Christian, like one of the kinds that is annoying. Honestly, like she's super annoying about the religion shit. She's
So super hardcore.
yeah, hardcore.
Okay.
She's a born again.
My parents aren't hardcore. They're
Neither mine.
chill. Just
Both of my
chill
parents don't believe in
Christians.
God. But growing up, when I was young, my mom did believe in God, and I didn't know that my dad didn't believe in God until I was like 8 or 9. So like I was raised a Christian because my grandma, weirdest shit in the world, she said when I was born that she will make it her mission to make me a Christian, which is the weirdest fucking shit in the
That
world.
is really weird.
Yeah. And I know I can say that because there's no way in hell if my grandma even does watch this that she's watching like 45 minutes into it.
Anyways,
But that's like super crazy.
so what do you think? I'm curious now to know what you think. Do you think that? Well, you don't think that there's anything. So do you think
I
that
have
we were
a
here on a creator?
I have a specific
Or-
belief, right?
Okay, what?
So I think first of all, just to acknowledge what my religious, which I don't have any, but what my beliefs are as far as if God and stuff like that exists, if there is a higher power, I believe that every person's higher power is themselves. This is my own personal belief. I'm not trying to spread this, but my own personal belief is that every person's higher power is themselves because you have the power to do anything in your life.
I agree
Like,
with that.
When people say like, I give this like 50-point game to God, like that's something that a little irks me a little because you just went out there and dropped 50 and it's whatever. Give it to God. That's fine. Like Curry does this after a bunch of threes. Give it to God. That's cool. But me personally, I give all of the credit to myself because I've always been the person pulling for myself the hardest. So I don't call myself not in a narcissistic way. I don't think I'm a god.
I feel like that's a little narcissistic, but
A little.
I kind of agree with it.
I don't think I'm a god, but
Like,
I
to a
think
s-
that
to a
I'm my
point.
own higher power. Like if I were to pray to someone, I'm praying like, Holden, please fucking get this shit done. Do this right. Like, no, I'm not like
Okay.
praying like, oh, Holden, please deliver me worship. Like, but if,
Yeah, but you're not
I'm
praying
like,
to God
come on,
either.
bro. No, I'm
You're
like, come
praying
on,
to
bro.
yourself.
Like, get this
You're
shit
like-
together. Do your
yeah.
shit. But at the
Okay.
same time, it's not a religion
Yeah.
at all. If I do identify with any religion specifically, like one that exists, Buddhism. Because that's
That's one
exactly
that
what I just said, basically.
That's one that I've been told to look at.
I agree. You should.
Like by someone that
Because that's
covered
kind of what it
3.
is. The power's within you. That's Buddhism.
Hmm.
Like there are certain beings that they look to, but they're not like religious gods that you look to and you're like, oh yes, I love you, I worship you, I do everything for you. They're like icons for you to live your life how they did because they
Yeah.
lived a very good life.
Yeah.
But I think Buddhism's lit. It's a weird way to say that. But if I
Why is
identify
that
closely,
weird?
well,
Why is
just,
that weird?
well, just to say like that's such a like Gen Z statement. Like I think Buddhism is lit, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's just
I guess so.
Buddhism's cool to me.
Well, that's what you think.
Yeah, it is. And if I identify with any religion, which I don't, but I would say that one's the most similar to my own personal beliefs because they do believe the power's within you.
I definitely need to get into religions and shit because
Should learn.
I don't know anything.
You don't
I
even need to
identify
follow
myself
it.
as a Christian, but I'm not really a
Don't
Christian.
be in no church. You ain't never. We record every Sunday.
Yeah. I haven't been in church since I was like 8.
I only go to church when someone dies, bro.
I don't even go for church for that.
You don't go to funerals?
I go to funerals, but not in a church.
Where do they hold the funerals though?
At a funeral state?
Okay, well, in the 2 funerals I've been to in my life, which was the person I brought up earlier, who's not my brother, and then my Nana most recently, a couple weeks ago, R.I.P. Nana. She, both of those were in churches, so that's why.
Both
I
of
said
mine
that.
have literally been at funeral sites.
This is a J. Cole lyric. It's been a minute since I've been up in a church. Only time is when my friend is in a hearse. That shit's fire, bro.
That's a bar for you.
That's a bar for me.
Not for me. I've never been in a church while someone dies.
I don't blame anybody who doesn't watch this because it's like you're just watching us hang out, and that's fine. If you don't want to just sit there and watch us chilling, that's cool.
Yeah, we're literally chilling and
but
talking.
But the people who do watch this shit, I fucking fuck with you, bro.
Yeah,
like
I do too.
I fuck with that so much. It means more to me than anybody who watches my videos.
And I don't even know y'all.
Yeah, for real.
Shit.
Like most of the people who watch this are like my personal people.
The only person that I know that watch this is Balin.
Balin does watch, and shout out to him.
Balin is the only person. If you watch this shit, just know immediately I fuck with you heavy.
Big time. And I have like a bunch of my personal friends that watch this, and I'm just going to give them shout outs because they deserve it. Scotty, he comments on a lot of them, posts it. Shout out to him. He makes music too. Listen to it. Fucking Toxin watches every episode. He makes music. I don't know if he watches every episode, but he watches. So shout out to him. Ian sometimes watches. I think that's about it for my personal friends. The rest of it's just random people that we do not know.
Shout out to y'all, random people that we do not know.
I had some fucking girl DM me about my recent video that I've never met in my life.
Make sure to share that shit with your friends if you think they would enjoy it.
Of course.
Like it,
if
comment,
they're into basketball
subscribe,
and music.
And make sure to check us out every week for the best fucking podcast on the fucking planet.
Absolutely. There's nobody
on
competing
this fucking
with this
floating
shit.
rock.
Like,
you know what I mean?
You know, sure, there's some people with some higher production, higher budgets.
And
but
we'll
what do they be talking about, bro?
We'll get there.
Exactly. We're going to get there.
And we're going to be popping.
And even if we have to invest our own money and it doesn't come from this,
and we're going to
get
that
there.
shit.
Because I just enjoy doing this. It's fun.
Me too.
I don't know why. Because I know why, because it's fun. But like, as far as like, it's so much more fun than making a YouTube video for me.
Really?
I don't know why.
I've never tried to make content like as far as YouTube videos.
Besides the one that you just did.
But I feel like I would enjoy that shit.
It's super fun. I'm not saying I don't enjoy it. I don't mean for anyone to take that wrong. But
I feel like it would be easier for me
to do a video rather than the podcast.
Not necessarily.
The podcast is super easy.
Podcast is easy.
It's the easiest.
But a video would also be very easy for me just because I'm a gamer.
Dude, I want you to stream and then upload your clips to YouTube so
I would
bad.
You know, build a fan base over my gaming. But I want to get better.
If I streamed, would you hop on with me?
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you and I hopped on like Fortnite together or something, like first of all, I'm kind of cracked at Fortnite and you're just a natural gamer. So we'll probably get some dubs. So that's good content.
Yeah.
Second of all, everybody knows, like anybody who watches this knows we're funny.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
You've been trying to hop on.
Discord. I've been checking your Discord.
We're not in there.
No one's been in there, so I've just been MIA.
It's it's my fault too, because
not checking on anybody.
It's this weird fucking thing, but it's always been a thing with that group, with Ian and Dylan and them, and I love them to death, but they don't do shit if I don't do it. So so like if I don't hop on, they're not gonna hop on. So I've been working.
I need to hit you up and be like,
yeah, you need to be like
boss man around there.
You know that meme from a few months ago, the group leader thing?
Yeah.
That's me with them.
Okay.
And that's not even me being like pretentious. Like they would tell you the same thing.
I feel you.
It's always been that way too.
I feel like there's one in every group.
Yeah. What about your group, bro?
Like me, Brian, and Balin?
And I guess whoever else may be a part of that.
And you?
And Ja'Cory. And
Ja'Cory,
yeah.
I guess. I'd put Ja'Cory in there. Ja'Cory.
I love Ja'Cory.
Shout out Ja'Cory, bro.
He's such a chill dude.
I love Ja'Cory.
I don't think he watches, but he's cool.
I would say Balin or Brian. For me, at least. I think for Balin, it would be Brian. I think for Brian, it would be Balin.
You want to know from an outsider's perspective?
What?
Like, because I've only known y'all for so long, so my opinion on it is different than you. But from what I've seen and who I've hung out with, the decision maker is you.
Really?
Yeah. I wouldn't say you command people.
I feel like
but when it comes down to it, you end up making the final. You have a big say in things.
Honestly, now that you say
Besides when we were in Dallas.
I feel like I do, but honestly, I look up to Balin a lot.
Well, yeah, that's your homeboy.
So I feel like I just think like Balin is like.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Honestly, bro, y'all are like almost always on the same page.
But I think me and Balin are the most alike.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Brian, like,
y'all are Beavis and Butthead,
I also look up to a lot. But like, he's the most like sane person, like the most calm person,
Brian?
Like
by far
the most level-headed person. Yeah, level-headed person that I've ever met. Yeah, for sure.
Even me too, bro. For Brian is like just. Such like a
he's always on top of
equalizer, bro. Like he's such an equalizer. Like you could be like stressing out and Brian would be like, "It's cool, bro."
But I look up to Balin a lot, bro. Honestly, Balin is
love Balin.
Balin is it, bro.
You know what's
honestly.
funny? Is Balin's older than me, but sometimes when I talk to him, and I don't mean to say this in a disrespectful way. I just feel like we have an interesting relationship where sometimes he's a little homie and sometimes I'm a little homie. Like, it just depends.
I feel like that with Balin too. I feel like he's my brother, but at first I feel like he's my big brother, but then
sometimes it's
yeah,
with Balin. Like
that.
Sometimes we go back and forth between little homie and big homie, and
Yeah.
I fucking love shit like that. Balin's my bro.
Yeah,
We don't talk too much, but when we do, it's always such good vibes. I love that dude.
but we need to go up to Dallas.
I
soon.
agree. Yes, we do.
When you start your job, you need to actually save up to go to Dallas.
I have a few things that I have to do. I'm gonna fix
Yeah.
up my car. I'm tired of issues. My car broke
Yeah.
down the other
Damn.
day, and I was stuck. Well, it didn't break down, but it got like. So I have this issue with my car. I drive a 2000 V6 Mustang, so it's a piece of shit. It's older than me, but it's actually in good condition for its age. I just need to fix some things up and treat it well.
Okay.
And the issue that it has, for the viewers that don't know my life, is the radiator fan doesn't work. So when it starts to get to that halfway point, what happens is the radiator fan kicks on to cool down your engine.
Of course.
And mine doesn't kick on because it's broken. So I need to buy a radiator fan assembly, which that's going to cost me
Definitely
about
need to do that,
$100
bro.
because my car will overheat if I'm driving for too long in hot weather.
1 second.
1 second. I can keep going, bro. Got this. And then as far as other things, the AC only blows out hot air. It only blows out the air from outside when it's cold. Like I can blow, like when it's cold outside, it'll bring in cold air because it's cold outside.
Okay.
But I can also turn on the heat and it will make hot air. It makes no fucking sense. When it's cold outside, I have heat, but I don't have cool air when it's hot outside.
That's awful.
It's terrible.
So you have no AC system.
So I have no cooling in my, no Freon in my AC
which is
system.
the C for the AC.
I need to get a new compressor probably.
So you have the air, but no coolant.
No cool. Well, I have coolant because coolant's a different thing. That's engine coolant, but I have no AC coolant. Yeah. So,
Okay.
there's something wrong with either my Freon system. My stepdad and I've looked at it before, and the best thing that we've come up with, if there's some type of blockage between the Freon and the compressor that's causing the Freon to build up too much pressure in the compressor. Damn, that's a tongue twister.
Yep.
And it's causing it not to blow out cold air. So I need to either get a whole new compressor or take it to a mechanic and have him tell me what the fuck's wrong with it. But
I'd take it to a mechanic first.
Yeah. But right now, an easy fix that I know I can fix is the radiator fan. So I'm taking that out because it's like $100. So I think I'm going to do that as soon as I get paid, even with the shitty check that I know I'm about to get, which is like $400. Because $100 to be able to not be stranded.
$400 in one check.
It's the last. I worked like 30
I know
hours.
in training.
No. This is my last job. Last job.
Were you getting paid weekly or bi-weekly? We can cut this.
Bi-weekly. No, I don't mind. Bi-weekly.
Okay.
I don't care.
And you're making $400? I think I'm making
that
like
is from my last job.
$600 right now weekly.
But here's the reason: is because normally my checks would be at least $1,000 and like 80
at least $1,000 a week.
Every 2 weeks, bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly.
Every 2 weeks, $1,000.
That makes sense.
But for the last few weeks that I worked at that last job, as you know, I wasn't fucking working.
I do know that.
So every 2 week check is about maybe a week's worth of work.
What are you doing? Not working, bro.
I was going. You
were going through it.
No, I wasn't even going through anything. Right now, I'm going through it, and I'm still working. What I actually was going through was the fact that I fucking hated that job.
But you were going through it, not hating that job. You were fucking going through it.
I was struggling to sleep. That was a really big deal. That fucked me up at RBA too. I remember at RBA, my attendance was really good until the point where I stopped sleeping.
Yeah. And then it was really bad. And then it was really.
Then I went back to being okay.
It was really bad, and then it was.
It was all right, and then I gave up.
Yeah.
I just gave up at some point. And then you became, for one day, the manager, and I was locked in for that one day.
Yep.
I was so ready to fucking be there every day.
And literally, ever since I was manager, you didn't miss.
Yeah.
I think you missed one day.
Or two, not when you were manager.
I think you missed one day when I was manager.
You were only manager for one day.
No, I was manager for more than one day.
I didn't miss any days when you were manager. I know that for a fact.
Oh, you were talking about when I was main manager.
Like when you were main guy.
When I was like side
team
Kayla.
lead to Kayla. No.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kayla.
Shout out to Kayla, bro. I miss Kayla.
Bro, I feel like Kayla would actually enjoy maybe watching some of these episodes.
Maybe.
Just parts of it, just because she probably misses us a little bit.
Probably this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text her and tell her to watch this one.
Hey, dude, how have we not told her?
I don't know.
Like, that's something that she would probably fuck with.
That
yeah,
shit.
She's like, she probably misses hanging out with us and shit. Or maybe she doesn't. Maybe she's like, thank God.
This would be it. Yeah, I don't know.
But
we'll see.
Shout out to Kayla. Where are we at right now?
Miss you, Kayla.
Holy fuck, bro. Got me
What?
up right now.
What?
We're at an hour and 30 minutes, bro.
God damn.
Let's wrap it up, bro.
Okay.
Is there anything we missed? Oh, Logan Paul had
A
a
lot
fight
of
with Nate
shit.
Diaz.
What do you mean?
Logan Paul had a fight lined up with Nate Diaz, and Nate Diaz is
Still lined up?
ducking him.
What?
Yeah. That's what he says.
I have not seen that.
He said it on a podcast very recently. And I think it's funny because it's the reason it's funny to me is because these fighters, these main boxers, duck a lot of these influencer boxers because there's so much more to lose.
That's true.
'Cause
If
if you-
they lose, imagine.
Also, has Nate Diaz fought Floyd Mayweather? I don't fucking think he has.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a big thing that he's thinking of.
No,
thinking of.
he's definitely not.
I'm thinking like
Logan
if
didn't go
he
down versus
loses,
Floyd, though.
imagine how Nate Diaz is going to be viewed afterwards.
Trash. Fake boxer.
And he's already kind of retired, so like I feel like he wants to keep that image of him
He has a lot more to lose.
slap boxing,
Yeah.
like talking a lot of shit,
Yeah.
like being a good UFC fighter.
Yeah. I just think it's funny that, like, out of all, Logan, first of all, he's got to have the best manager of all time. Because
Yeah.
he's got
Him
Floyd.
and Jake.
Jake is a good manager in a different way. Because Jake is lining up these really good boxing matches with people, but he's doing it like a real boxer would. Logan Paul's not a fucking boxer, but he keeps getting better matches
Yeah.
than Jake does.
Yeah.
It's insane.
He keeps getting money
He
promotions type
He
shit.
keeps getting crazy matches, bro. But
Yeah.
shout out to the Paul brothers. They're actually like, when I was young, I hated them
Me too.
because they were what they were.
Annoying.
But they've grown into, actually, I'm starting to realize, some of the smartest
Entertainers.
social media influencer people
They
that there
became
are.
any entertainers.
Yeah, they know how to
for
do one thing, and that is
everyone.
entertain.
Yep,
And
I agree.
few things to just go over before we wrap this episode up. FaZe, as an update for the last episode, FaZe did report their quarterly earnings for the year, and they have lost $53 million.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And they still cannot fund their operations to the end of September. So
Damn. GG's.
It's probably GG's. Shout out to Optic. Shout out to Moist.
Shout out to Moist,
Yeah.
the new phase.
Yeah, shout out to Moist, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
And then this one we don't need to get into this too much. Also, oh fuck, no, hold on. You cut me off on Mr. Beast. Let's get into Mr. Beast real quick.
What's with Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast tipped a car to a waitress, and then you started talking about your tips.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Mr. Beast tipped a car to a waitress, and she went on TikTok the following day and complained because the car had Feastable logos on it.
Feastables?
That's his chocolate company.
Okay.
So it had Feastable. It was a Feastables car. And she went on TikTok. She was like, well, thanks, Mr. Beast, for giving me your leftover delivery Feastables car.
Bitch, you
like,
got a
bitch,
car.
hold on. He released the footage and said, in the footage, he told her, we'll pay for the logo to be taken off if you want it. And that bitch
Bruh.
said, it looks cool. I'm going to keep it.
I'm
And
dead.
she just wanted clout, bro.
I'm
Anybody
dead.
who's hating on Mr. Beast, you're just a bitch. You're a bitch. You're a Mr. Bitch. I fucking love Mr.
I
Beast,
like
bro.
that. Mr. Bitch.
Mr. Bitch, that's you if you hate on Mr. Beast, because he's such a fucking good dude.
I like it.
You can't complain. Oh shit, we're actually losing light.
Here we go.
It happened. Damn, I need to get the charger.
Yeah, you do.
I might actually not upload this week just because of my light.
Well,
But it's okay.
We'll see.
I don't want to.
at least they know now.
Yeah, I don't want to put out a shitty video with no lighting. Like, that's not worth it. I'd rather miss an upload than do that. But if I can get the lighting to work, I will, because I love uploading. But last thing before we close this out, Trump was indicted.
I saw that.
You know what for?
No.
He sent hush money to Stormy Daniels.
Hush money?
They fucked. He fucked Stormy Daniels, which is like
Stormy Daniels?
she's just a celebrity. I think she's a porn star.
Oh.
But he fucked Stormy
She
Daniels.
sounds familiar,
and
but I don't really know who she
There's
is.
a Kanye bar. He's like, I could have Naomi Campbell and still might want me a Stormy Daniels.
Oh,
But
okay.
Stormy Daniels, yeah, he sent hush money to her and he's been indicted now. So he could end up going to prison.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to
Shout out to
the
Donald Trump.
U.S. Government and the
And
penal
Stormy
system.
Daniels.
And Stormy Daniels, yeah. Because she outed that motherfucker. She could have just took that hush money, but she took that hush money and got him indicted, bro.
That's
It's
crazy.
respect. But that's pretty much it.
Cool.
So what's our outro?
Thank you guys for coming into the podcast.
Yep.
Checking us in this week.
Appreciate y'all watching us and supporting us. This is episode 10.
Make sure to
Of 1,000.
subscribe, like, comment, share if you haven't already. If you have, I fucking love you. Much love.
Yes, sir.
Much fucking love.
Yes.
And make
sir.
sure to check us out every fucking Monday.
Every Monday at 5 p.m.
Yep.
Sometimes we do end up a little bit late, but if
Just because of Holden,
just
though.
because it's always me. So yeah, it's never Chaz because he shows up on time and records. It's just me, I promise. So what happens is, no, I'm kidding. But follow us on Twitter so you can see updates if we're ever going to be late, because that's where I post about that type of stuff. I control all the social medias.
And follow
us on Instagram.
Holden on
everything. You got me at XEDLOX. It's Zoldex backwards on Twitter. Then you got
I got Chaz, actually Sir Charles on Instagram.
With a few R's in
Chaz Hedden on
Hedden.
Twitter.
And then me on Instagram is just actually.
Oh, that bitch died.
Well, thank you guys for watching at Zoldex on Instagram, but peace out, guys.
Peace out.
Gotta get that shit fixed.